Namaskaram, namaskaram to everyone. It's a great honor to be here with the brave men and women who keep us safe in this country. I consider this a great privilege to be with all of you.
Basically,
How to be balanced in this
basically the balance between
extreme
the
conditions
tough task
and
and
family.
isolation that they face at the border and the commitment at families. I mean, the balance, how do they achieve? Because there are a lot of stress going on because of these aspects.
I very much understand the sacrifice and the situation of staying away from families for long periods of time, and especially the sacrifice that the families, the wives and children and mothers and fathers are making in this. This is still an unfortunate situation in the world where every border has to be guarded. In the making of a nation, there are three fundamental things. Of this, one fundamental aspect is territorial integrity of a nation. Next comes processes and systems that make the nation happen. And actually the foremost thing is the people. We as a nation, India as we know it today, though Bharat has been there for always, for thousands of years. Since 1947, when we got this out of… wrested it out of foreign powers and got it into our own hands, I think we were too excited about this idea of freedom and we did not understand what territory means. When I say this, in the running of a nation, usually most nations, unless they were broken up by somebody else, most ancient nations are formed on the basis of geographical features. But we broke up in a hurry and we put lines which are very difficult to guard. And above all, we cut off trade routes which we have been using for thousands of years. We've been trading with Damascus, Jerusalem, Greece, Rome for thousands of years through these routes, and we cut that off on the western border, and the eastern routes have been on forever. We cut that off on the eastern border and we made a nation. Somewhere we were too excited about the idea of freedom, not really looking at the making of a nation. This is like… is it okay? It's a serious business, but can I tell you a joke?
Yeah, please.
Because in the forces, one thing that can sustain you on the border is that you tell each other some jokes. This happened. A pirate walked into an Irish pub. He had one wooden leg and a hook for a hand and an eye patch. Classic pirate. When he walked in and ordered his drink, the bartender looked at him and asked, "What happened? Last time when you came you were fine, what happened to your leg?" He said, "Oh, Her Majesty's cannonball took away my leg. And no problem, my carpenter on board fixed up a wooden leg and it's doing quite fine." Then after he had one drink, he asked, "What happened to your hand?" He said, these Caribbean pirates, they're fools. When we were fighting, they hit my hand instead of the sword and I lost my hand. But no problem, our blacksmith fixed up a nice hook and it works better than my hand." Then he asked, "What happened to your eye?" He said, "I was just looking up at the stars and the bird poo fell in my eyes. He said, "The bird poo won't take off your eyeball." He said, "Yes, I know, but I was new to the hook." So, we were new to freedom and we cut ourselves into pieces without understanding what future problems we will have, which unfortunately both the political entities, our neighbor and us, are suffering because we did not understand the making of a nation. We only thought freedom means hoisting a flag and singing a song. To protect a free nation, what it takes, to make a free nation prosper, what it takes, we did not look at it in full depth and dimension. I'm not trying to blame anybody. All I'm saying is, we were new and we were in a hurry. We did things in a way for which today you have to guard a border which has no geographical feature as such, simply a plain land. It's like two properties.
जब चाहो ऑन हो जाओ, एपिक ऑन चलाओ। Available across all devices.